I mean, it has to be juju, aka jazz. Because what else explains why you see one type of car 50 times in a minute on the road? What else explains why the whole of Nigeria is trying to buy one car? You should know the car I'm talking about now. The 2002 to 2006 Corolla has risen to be the most popular car in Nigeria as of today. I want you to know why you see this car everywhere. So that when you want to buy it, you're not just buying it because everybody's buying it. You know why people are buying it, you know why it became popular. So you decide, should I still buy this Corolla or buy something else? My name is Crank and this is 234 Drive. Let's get into it. The looks catches people. So this car just has that look of, I'm not going to stress you, I'm just gentle, mild curves and just like a very subtle vibe. Gentle lines, just everything just looks calm. Like the Corolla is just calm. No matter the age, no matter your occupation, no matter your gender, the car just fits. So once you see a Corolla, you just say, this car will work for me, this car will work for me. There's some other cars that when you say, no, this car looks like a car that's for young boys, I can't drive it. No, this car looks for old men, I can't drive it. This car is a female car, I can't drive it. But this one fits everybody. That's why everybody is buying the Corolla. This one is a sports trim, so that's why it has this extra kit here. Interior is almost perfect. Almost. There are some Toyota cars that have interior that melts. The Corolla isn't part of them. So this interior is just almost perfect. Why I say almost is because sometimes all this plastic with time they always, like this place is supposed to have a cover, but it has cut off. So they always break apart with time. It is very easy to drive. The car is very easy to understand. Look at this place, there are not a lot of buttons. Very easy to understand, a very, very simple cockpit. And most people always swap this unit for Android units because these days everybody wants to connect their phones with their cars. The car is easy to drive. You can see this transmission just stuck here. You have cup holders here. You have your pigeonhole here. Has a big space. You can keep a sizable amount of things here. Then you have space on the side to keep stuff. You can hide stuff here. You can hide stuff here. Nobody's complaining while they are at the back of a Corolla, except maybe the middle seater because there's a hump here that you have to like tackle and stuff. Yeah, so the interior is just there, but then this closed seat racks dust a lot. So if your AC is not working, you have problem. This closed seat is to pack dust. The third reason why Nigerians are buying this car would be that the engine is very, very cheap to run. There's only one engine for this car, for any Corolla all over the world. And it is this very, very easy 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine. There's no problem that this engine wants to have in Nigeria. There's no issue. There's nothing that wants to happen to this engine in Nigeria that cannot be solved in a matter of minutes. Nigerian mechanics have perfected the art of repairing a Corolla so much that Corollas, they don't even spoil again because they know that if they spoil, they will repair them easily. So this car is very, very easy to run in Nigeria. And this car is very, very economical. I mean, like, so funny story, guys, funny story. I have a friend. He came to my house. He drove this Corolla. He was going back from Yaba to Bega and was supposed to come back that same day. The petrol light was on, meaning that the fuel in the car was low. Do you know that this guy drove this car from my house to Bega and came back with the fuel light on red and the car did not stop on the road? I was shocked. That day I'm like, you know what, I understand it now. I understand. I know why everybody in Nigeria wants to buy this car because they don't want to spend money on petrol. So if you're looking for an economical car, this is the car for you. The Corolla is over economical. The engine doesn't chop fuel at all. So yeah, it makes sense now. Number 4 is that the parts are everywhere. Everywhere. One of my fears is that in 2 years' time, Aboki on the streets will be selling Toyota Corolla parts. You go to Amit Aboki and say, Aboki, I want to buy a gasket for Corolla. They will have it. Because why? The parts are everywhere. One time I bashed this car and in 10 minutes, I already got all the parts supplied to me, the bike delivery service, because Corolla parts are everywhere. It doesn't mean they are cheap, it just means they are everywhere. They are not cheap, but then you can easily replace any part on your Corolla anytime you want. It's on demand. I want this, I get it. I want this, I get it. Corolla, I get it. To Nigerians, the Corolla is very, very strong. Nigerians are funny people, eh? They have this term that, is that car strong? What they are trying to say is, if I buy this car, can I drive it anyhow I like? Can I use it on rough roads? Can I just drive the car anyhow and it won't break down. That's the meaning of strong, because to me, every car is strong. If it is not strong, it won't go on the road. But then the Corolla is that type of car that when you're driving it, if you're hearing sounds like bang, bang, bang under the car, something is just not right, you can still keep on driving the car and it won't break down. But other cars, you can't do them like that because they'll try it with Honda. You see now, it's just dab on the road and spoil. But the Corolla will keep going, keep going. So that's why when you enter a lot of all these cabs, you just be hearing different sounds under the car, no shocks, no ball joints, everything is just fucked up in the car, but then you're still driving it because it's a Corolla. This car keeps appreciating in value. It keeps appreciating. It is even better than crypto because crypto comes down. This one doesn't come down. It keeps going up. 2 years ago, a Tokumbo Corolla was about 1.8 million naira, 1.7 million naira. My dad bought his Corolla 3 years ago for 1.75 million naira. This year, you cannot even buy a Toyota Corolla for 2 million naira. It has gone up. So this car keeps appreciating in value because the 5 reasons I mentioned makes people keep chasing the Corolla with money. People want to buy a Corolla, people want to buy a Corolla, so everybody that has a Corolla keeps increasing the price because they will still buy it. They'll save enough money to buy it because they know that once they buy it, the car is going to last forever. So that is the issue. It's not an issue, Sha, because it makes sense that the car keeps appreciating in value. So that's why everybody keeps buying the car. They feel like once you put money on your Corolla, or once you hustle enough money and put on the Corolla, anytime you want to sell it, you should be able to sell it and you get your money back. So it makes sense. When there's too much money chasing one particular product, the price can keep climbing up. So I don't blame them, But yeah, I want to give you a warning. If you don't want stress, buy a Corolla. But yeah, there are other cars that you can buy at the same cost of a Corolla and even cheaper that give you more performance. There's a video about 2 million naira cars in Nigeria. You should check it out. You see a lot of cars that you can buy inside of the Corolla. Now, if you want to buy a Corolla, if you say it's this Corolla you want to buy, no wahala, but listen to me. Don't pay stupid money for a Corolla that is not properly put together, that is not well sorted. If you want to buy a Tokumbo Corolla, buy a Tokumbo Corolla. If you want to buy a Nigerian used Corolla, pay less. Don't allow them to give you that Corolla scam. Pay less because you spend money in buying these parts. These parts are not cheap. So if you buy a Corolla of 1.5 million naira as used and you're spending 300k to fix it up, it makes sense. You can still bring up a Corolla from that is bad to look decent, to be well sorted. So that's why I like the Corolla, because any type of Corolla you buy in Nigeria, you can sort it out. So be wise when buying a Corolla. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't pay stupid money for a Corolla in Nigeria. So that is all. Now you know the 6 reasons why every Nigerian wants to buy a Corolla or wants to have a Corolla in their garage. My name is Crank and this is 234 Drive.